Hey guys, and welcome to the channel. I'm Zemo, the Dad in DPS, and we're back once again with another episode of The Good, the Scrap, and the Script. And now, this one is a revisit to a weapon that I reviewed when I first did these videos. This is the first weapon I ever reviewed, and we're gonna just look back on it and see how well it stacks up to today's weapons and how things work in today's mechanics. So yeah, let's get on with it. So we have the Quadsider, which is a quad ammo capacity, critical damage, reload speed broadsider. Now this weapon was one of the first I reviewed on the channel and is absolutely fantastically fun to use. We're going to see how it stands up to what it used to feel like back in the day. Now obviously I can't really recapture that feeling because the game has changed and moved on from then, but we're at least going to see if it feels satisfying to use. As usual, this is the build. Don't put too much stress on it. This is what we're using. It's to optimize explosion damage. The end. So we've came to West Tech with this thing, and as you're seeing, like, it doesn't like instantly kill enemies. It's not like an instant killing weapon. You can get usually 2-3 hits into them before they die. But at the same time, like, this thing reloads relatively quick, and you are getting the AoE damage out of it. You can manually aim it, or you can use it in VATS. And when it comes to ammo, with most enemies you actually will, if they drop ammo of course, get your ammo back with it, which is the kind of interesting thing with this weapon. Like, you kind of don't expect to get your ammo back, but you quite confidently do in a lot of cases. And it's just a very satisfying weapon to use. It just has a nice feel to it and some good noises. And this is the thing, like, as long as you're getting your ammo back, you have nothing to really complain about it. Against mutant hounds, yeah, you're not really getting your ammo back, unfortunately. But, you know, you can blast them quite easily and then run off and deal with other enemies. It feels satisfying. It's not the most powerful weapon in the game, it's not one shot and everything, but something's kind of satisfying about firing cannonballs at enemies and shooting them in the face. Especially since you can manually aim this, you can use it in VATS. It's really just down to what you want to use. Obviously, being a stupid mutant hound, instead of actually coming to get me, it's yeah, that annoyed me, sorry. I was literally waiting for it to come get me, and it just sat there, looking at me like an idiot. I mean, you're seeing, like, you can use it out of VATS, you can use it in VATS, it's going to get some decent damage, you're going to get some cannonballs back, you're going to have, overall, a fun time with this weapon. So, with any of these videos, we obviously come to Jeff. Now, when it comes to Jeff, he is a big old donk, and when you get some hits into him, he's already injured for some reason. When you get some hits into him, he will take some decent damage. This is a weapon that will kill him quite effectively. One thing I will say, however, is that his damage against the bigger targets just doesn't seem to be as significant against smaller targets. I'm saying, like, it takes quite a lot of shots, which is why I acquired some more ammo before coming here. Kind of confused why he was injured, mind you, but either way, somebody's been tickling Jeff's bumhole. But you see, it will kill him. It will kill him quite effectively. It's just, you know, not the best weapon at it. Alright, with that we come to the Mirelurk Queen. Now, let's get her woke up, rather. And we're gonna just blast her, as you do, from a distance, because it's just fun to shoot at her. Now you're saying I'm missing all my shots, so like don't say anything about the weapon in regards to that. I am trash, is all I'm gonna say. And we, like, most of the times I come with a heavy weapon, is I'm not killing everything, because I like to prove that, like, with heavy weapons you just sort of go in and you fire. Now, this weapon is able to deal the sweet AoE damage that you want, but then you're seeing the main problem with the broadsider in general. It is a very fragile weapon, and the filming of this video and doing kind of stuff to prepare for it, I've broken this weapon about 3-4 times Like, literally, it's broken so many times, and it's not even funny how often this weapon breaks. And that's the kind of problem with it. It takes things down, it will kill enemies, it will do what you need it to do, but it's just very fragile. And it's fun to use, it is definitely fun to use, but when you think about the downsides of it, it might just be not practical in a lot of senses. Like, if you're using repair kits, you're going to go through them like nobody's business. But if you're using the workbenches, then it might be worth it. So as usual, we come to expeditions. Now, when it comes to killing the overgrown, you know, it's not the best at what it does in regards to that. Like, you're gonna kill them, but it's not doing like ridiculously ridiculously broken damage. There's things that do what it does better, but at the same time, you are going to get your ammo back quite confidently. Like, it's not going to take you 11 shots to take these guys out, but in a lot of instances, they feel a bit stronger than the regular enemies with these. Then when you come to your regular enemies, like these guys, 3 shots should quite comfortably take them out. So you are getting your ammo back in a lot of senses, and it is usable. But again, the more shots you use this weapon with, the worse it is, because remember, you are breaking it as you go. So, like, it works, it does the trick, it kills enemies, it is an explosive weapon, you're getting your ammo back in droves. But the real issue comes from how fragile it is. So every shot that you land is breaking it. And because it breaks so quickly, it is one of those things where it is just a ticking time bomb where you're going to be left without a weapon if you're not using other things. I mean, its advantages are that it is fun. It is like a fun weapon. You can use in and out of VATS. You can use it any way you want. You're going to be able to get ammo back in spades. But it just has that looming thing. And what we'll do is we'll go down. You're seeing already how much damage this thing's taken. And this is just from the Mirelurk and then coming into this expedition. It takes incredible amounts of damage with each shot in comparison to so many other weapons, and its fragility is a major downside. So when it comes to this weapon, hindsight is 2020. You know, it is that kind of way where there are so many weapons and so many things that have changed over the years, and this is a weapon that hasn't changed a hell of a lot, but isn't as good as it used to be in comparison to other things. We have so many better options to do what it does nowadays, and I feel like that's the kind of problem with it. It hasn't changed with the game, and its major downside is that it breaks. Now, it is usable, it is very usable of a weapon, but you're gonna be repairing it so often, and if you're using it with civil engineer armor, if you're using it with the 50% break reduction effect on that bottom effect, then yeah, you probably could use this quite consistently. But without that effect, I don't think it's as viable. On top of that, I don't think quad is as good as it used to be either. I think 2-shot is definitely the best option for that main effect. So I feel like the weapon overall just didn't wow me as it did when I originally used it. I found it incredibly fun, and granted, there weren't as many options in the game then. There was significantly less options in the game then. So yeah, I think that's a big factor in this, but at the same time, you know, it's still a little bit of fun, still a little bit of flavour to use in the game, but I just don't think it lives up to the expectations I had for it from the past. Either way guys, if you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to leave a like, a comment and subscribe, and we'll catch you all next time in the Wasteland. Feeling the heat, I'm taking a gamble, brain poker with the devil. In shadows we ramble, cards on the table, the stakes run.